Welcome to the Real Cheetah Project. It's Real Cheetah Boy. We are back for the episode, not just any episode, but a Throwback Thursday episode. How are you doing out there? Appreciate you. Hopefully you've been enjoying things so far. The vlog, the AMVs, the podcast. Speaking of the podcast is taking a little bit of sabbatical right now because of some business things. There's a lot of changes going on in my life, and we'll get talking about that probably more than likely very, very soon on the vlog and on the podcast. But new episodes on the podcast won't be turned out for a little longer while I get some things worked out within myself and externally. So, but also feel free to go back and check out the previous podcast episode. Those are all relevant. So please feel free. I'm working on getting the website redesign and back up. So, but holla at your boy. Just check me out and see what you get into. So. Miss Mother's Day. Shout out to the mothers out there. And also, before we get into this episode, shout out to Ethan's apple cider vinegar shop. It's been saving my life. This stuff is fantastic. It's like some miracle elixir. I would definitely look at your local natural market and get a hold of some of this stuff because it's beastly. So we're here to talk about Batman International, Alan Grant, Mark Waid, Frank Quitely, Diego Olmos. This is such a fantastic collaboration. But these are all individual standalone stories. So within this particular book, we're gonna talk about my favorite story within the book, and that is Batman in Barcelona, Dragon's Night. Batman takes a trip to Barcelona because he has some beef with the Scarecrow, and the Scarecrow is in Arkham playing games with Batman. So that being the case, Batman has to fly to Barcelona to clean up some foolishness that the Riddler started. And so these are two of the big characters in Batman's Royal Gallery is involved, and that's the Riddler and Killer Croc. So he has to go to Barcelona to track down the Killer Croc, who's been running around Barcelona doing some off the wall type stuff. But in the meantime, Bruce is enjoying his sweets and checking out one of his old girlfriends, or one of his lovelies in Spain, and looking at the sights and stuff like that, just trying to lay out the area, and also do whatever else he might need to do. Is Batman, right? But anyways, that aside, Batman has his bunker, his bat cave in Spain, and he's back to work though. After all that's over, he's back to work, and it's such a fantastic display of who these characters are. More so the Croc. We get to really figure out the lack of character that the Croc has, and how much of a degenerate he really is in this book, and it's really, really good. The development of these characters in this short standalone story is so fantastic, and I'm so in love with it, and it's my favorite standalone story in this whole book, and that's Batman in Barcelona. And Batman finds the Croc, but things aren't exactly as he thought they was when he starts to hammer the Croc, and the truth starts to come out. Now obviously Batman ends up winning on top, but there's some things that happens, and namely an exchange between him and his Spanish girlfriend about how Bruce Wayne is such an asshole, and how she's disappointed in him, and how he's getting down, and the man that he's becoming, and stuff like that. But obviously she doesn't know the real Bruce, and the real reason why he's there and what he's doing. He's having this conversation with her about this while she's giving him this lecture, while he's in his bat cave in Spain, looking for the Croc who's running around murdering chicks and stuff like that. So that's the plight of Bruce Wayne, and you really kind of feel it for him at this particular point in his story, because it's like, dang, chick, lay off the dude. You don't know what you're talking about, And Bruce is such a patient guy, and he's just kind of just plays it off. But if anybody lesser than him kind of would have been like, you know what, and probably would have laid into it. But Bruce doesn't do that, and he's back on the grind, and I guess he uses that to fuel his anger, and he just kind of takes it out on the Croc, So maybe that's a lot what Batman is. It's just the gripes and all the complaints he gets as for playing this Bruce Wayne character. He kind of unleashes all that on his on the criminals or his Royal Gallery. So you wouldn't want to be them, I guess, and definitely not, because he kind of gives it to the Croc. And then again, some things about the Croc gets revealed to us. We find out how dirtbaggish she really is at heart, and and Batman always has some G stuff to say, and he lets Croc have it just as much verbally as he does physically. And him and his sweetheart make up, and he's back off to Gotham, and you know, and all things are all things for the moment, or well, in Batman land. So that's Batman International. Definitely Hall of Fame book. I would definitely try to pick it up if you can or something like that. I don't know how this goes from here, but I just want to tell you that this thing's available somehow or another. It was created, So Batman International. And another thing I want to start bringing to the table here on Throwback Thursdays is reviewing some of my Hall of Fame albums of all time. And this particular album is called A Place Called Loveland by Raheem DeVaughn, who is an absolute beast. This album is just such great vibes and has really, made it happen for me as far as, always kind of, I'm always looking for artists that push the R&B boundary for me. And back in 2013, Raheem DeVaughn did that with A Place Called Loveland. Fantastic album, one of the greatest R&B albums of all time, in my opinion, and just one of the greatest albums in my personal Hall of Fame. So feel free, all right. So get your album music and get down with a bottle of tequila, bottle of wine, your favorite lady, your favorite dude, and see what happens. So and just chill on that, all right. So we'll see you next time. The Road Cheetah Project, Road Cheetah Boy. Thank you so much. We out here. Level up.